with the First Republic, when you buy flour to make a cake or bake a cake or whatever, you require nothing less than 12 hours to pick up grubs and beetles from the flour. I remember in the late 80s, when you buy bread, you have to remove roasted or baked beetles from the bread itself. I think Gambians remember that. It was only in 1994, after the advent of the revolution, that Gambians realized that buying flour is not synonymous with picking bugs and others from the flour. It was then that Gambians started to believe that wholesome flour is available because we never compromise the standard. Food self-sufficiency does not mean feeding yourself with poisonous food. And since then, we have maintained standards. I remember in '95, when we had to dump 7,000 tons of flour into the sea because it was unwholesome. As some people were saying, because they used to call us boys, now everybody calls me the old part, that these boys are going to starve the country. We have been eating this type of flours for a long time, so I don't think dumping it in the sea is necessary. Today they realize that it is necessary. If we have to feed ourselves, we have to feed ourselves with food that will not lead us to the hospital. If cheaper food is synonymous with a high health bill, let us forget the food. This flour mill is the state-of-the-art flour mill, and I cannot say whether you can find something like that in Africa, but all I can say is that it is the newest in Africa today because we are inaugurating it. So I can say that it is the best so far. All that notwithstanding, the positive achievements registered, we are committed to undertaking the necessary reforms to make our institutions more efficient and effective, improve the legal and regulatory environment, reduce the cost of doing business, and improve our competitiveness in line with our desire for private sector-led development as enshrined in Vision 2020. Recognizing that the government cannot realize all its aspirations alone in Vision 2020 without the partnership of the private sector, more is expected on the part of private sector investors, and I call upon them to do more. And once I make this call, I reassure you all of my personal commitment and that of my government to this partnership. We must together ensure that the gains we have registered as a country are not lost because of speculative practices and artificial tinkering in the market system. We need genuine partners that are committed to working with us to have this country realize its full potential and create sustainable jobs and wealth for our people. As I said, and as I have been repeating all the time, no economy is sustainable without an industrial base. Be it agriculture, be it whatever, no economy cannot be sustained if it is not backed by industry. And this is one of the foundation stones that will propel us to become a world superpower. A world superpower of peace and stability in the economic domain, not the military one. But I am certain that within 15 years, this country would be synonymous with the most powerful economic countries in the world. I have no doubt about it. As my government is here for the well-being of everybody, whether you are a Gambian or not, this is what humanity is all about. Working together peacefully to improve the living conditions of all of humanity. This is a noble task that the Almighty Allah has tasked us. Seaboard Cooperation, you are more than welcome, and we will work with you not only as friends, but as partners and brothers. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our commitment to public-private partnership is evidenced by various engagements and platforms, including the recent High-Level Economic Committee, comprising of key ministers and business leaders, tasked to look at critical issues related to improving the business environment for the private sector to be the real engine of growth for this country. The project we are inaugurating today is a manifestation of the potential of our country, and I call on all of you to harness the investment opportunities that this country is blessed with. Many a time, we have seen a very good business thriving like a mushroom. And overnight, just like the mushroom disappears, the business is no more. I'm talking about those poor poultry farmers that each time I don't have the heart to look into their eyes. They have all good intentions to invest in this country. Unfortunately, one cannot do poultry farming when the supply of the feed is your biggest competitor. And this is the reason why this meal is of paramount importance to myself and to the people of this country, because I know with this flour mill and the animal feed, this country, by 2016, we will not import any meat or poultry product into this country. The same way we will not import rice to this country in 2016 is the same way we are going to ban the importation of all beef and poultry products. Eat what you grow, grow what you eat. With this flour mill, you have no excuse. Before, I understand, because I also used to import animal feed. Each time you go, every weekend you send, the price has changed. Instability there and instability there and the drought here. But here we have a mill that has the potential to not only supply sufficient animal and poultry feed for the country, but also has the potential to export to neighboring countries. So in 2016, we have no reason to import any beef product or poultry product in this country. That long ago, we were in a foreign country. I think we were on my plane to a very long journey. Don't try to speculate where, because there are so many long journeys. And it came to me as a surprise that even my ministers didn't realize that the only poultry product imported into this country is the left leg. And as one particular minister asked me, how do you know it's the left leg? I said, okay, buy a carton of chicken legs, hold two together, you are supposed to know which one is left and right. So if both face the same direction, they are both left. And the question is, why is it that only the left leg is sent to the Gambia? Why do we have strange illnesses in newborn babies?